Welcome to another episode of the Movie Brothers. I'm Ant. This is Kev. Thank you guys for joining us once again. This is my favorite time of the year, Kev, as we look towards the end of the year. I'm expecting the caliber of films that we'll be reviewing will be getting better and better and better.
Absolutely. This is when the films start jockeying for Oscar positions, for the spring. So we're going to see some good movies coming out. And aside from that, I've got 3 words for you. The Force will awaken. Okay? In my mind, I'm already lining up.
Isn't that a little premature, Kev?
I told you, I'm already lining up in my head.
All right. Well, hey, y'all, a little bit of quick housekeeping before we jump into today's episode. We're trying to get to that 100 number for subscribers on our channel on YouTube. And so, part of what we're doing, we're shouting out new subscribers every week. And this episode is no different. So with that said, let's get into it. Brittany Powell, thank you for subscribing. Kingpin.
Brittany. Kingpin.
Fickle 382 FKL.
Thanks, Vic.
Colton Falcon.
Colton.
Martha Mott.
Martha.
In 74 Mac. I don't know if you've been Macking since 74 or you didn't Mac 74 females.
Hey, Mac
either
is
way,
a Mac. Okay?
Either way, you a Mac. So thank you, bruh. And Trey Devon. What's up, bro? I'm the moron that you called out the other week. So until you do right by me.
Okay, Seeley. Okay, Miss Seeley.
Nevertheless, thank you too, man. We appreciate you subscribing to the show. Thank you all. And with that said, let's jump into this thing, Kev.
Okay.
Today we are reviewing the film Interstellar. This film is rated PG-13, has a runtime of 2 hours and 49 minutes. This film is a sci-fi flick, y'all. In this movie, explorers attempt to push the limits of space travel by venturing into a wormhole in search of a new home for the human race.
Right. This movie was directed by the awesomely talented Christopher Nolan, who has created some of my favorite films. He directed the Batman franchise, The Batman Begins, The Dark Knight Rises. He directed Inception, another great movie, and The Prestige. This film stars Matthew McConaughey, Anne Hathaway. It also stars Jessica Chastain and Michael Caine, who's been in 6 of Christopher Nolan's films so far to date. What do you say we take a look at the trailer?
Let's do it.
We have a mission. Our mission does not work if the people on Earth are dead by the time we pull it off.
Well, we got this far, farther than any human in history.
Oh, not far enough. Make it count.
Where's the mountains?
Those aren't mountains. They're waves.
Am I gonna make it?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
You might have to decide between seeing your children again
And the future of the human race.
We'll find a way. We always have.
Okay, Anthony. Sometimes you have to ask yourself whether or not a film can get by on ambition alone. And this is the case with Christopher Nolan's Interstellar. A film that is wildly ambitious, but ultimately ends up coming off more Stephen Hawking than Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, Kev, I definitely have to vote Stephen Hawking in this case. But you know what? I gotta ask you, man. Was this film intelligent enough for you? Was it smart enough, Kev?
So now I'm the smarty art brother.
Yeah, you are. Because listen, y'all, no lie, you're damn near gonna need a degree in quantum physics to understand what is going on in this film.
Christopher Nolan and his brother Jonathan put in a lot of research to make this movie. It was under wraps. It was very secretive. Okay, we barely got a trailer for it when we got the trailer. But the bottom line is that it shows. I mean, it's very heady. They're delving into topics such as gravity, such as space-time continuum, and things of that nature. They've researched the works of astrophysicists such as Kip Thorne, and the bottom line is that there is enough techno jargon in this film to choke a black hole.
Hey, you know what, Kev? Maybe the Nolan brothers shouldn't have kept this thing so secret, and got some help on the doggone script. Uh, it's moons, stars, quasars, and farmers, and dirt, and all kinds of stuff going on in this film.
Right.
There are two films that come to mind for me that is very reminiscent of. One is the recent Gravity that came out last year, and then also the late '90s film Armageddon. Both of those, I kept thinking about those movies as I was watching this film. For Gravity, man, there's some beautifully shot things. Kevin, I saw this film on 70 millimeter,
Right.
and it's some cool stuff to see. Okay,
It was outstanding.
Yeah,
It was an outstanding print.
Yes, it was. And then in terms of the storyline, there's some parallels between Armageddon and this film as well.
Throw in 2001: A Space Odyssey for a nice little menage.
So we got a little trio thing going on now. Let's throw that in the bucket too. But the problem is the product of what happens after the bedroom is this little baby named Pookie. That's Interstellar.
Are you saying it's a crack baby?
Yeah. It did not work. It did not work because I want to be entertained. And this movie got so deep and so heavy. I mean, I thought I was watching an episode of Nova.
Right, right. The performances in this film are all first rate. I mean, and that's something that is a staple of Christopher Nolan films. He's always going to work with the best actors, and he has some actors that he works with over and over again, rather. Apologies. And these guys all put in top-notch work.
Yeah.
Michael Caine, reliable, always. Matthew McConaughey,
Yeah.
resurgent, okay? Anne Hathaway, Jessica Chastain,
Yeah.
resplendent, okay?
Oh, yeah.
I'm running out of Rees. But the bottom line is that, and even young Mackenzie Foy, okay, who plays the younger version of Jessica Chastain in this film, she is the right mixture of precociousness and intelligence to pull that role off. So the acting is outstanding.
I totally agree with all of that, Kev. I mean, but for me, the bottom line, I think where this film goes wrong is that it was just too smart for its own good. And we've seen other films like that before. I mean, the talent in front of the camera and the talent behind the camera. I think the Nolans just got a little bit carried away. I came up with we always talked about the phrase of being book smart but not having common sense. I think that's what happened in this film. I mean, it is very, very smart, okay, but it is lacking a lot in common sense. And the common sense part comes into play because, hey, don't forget, you're still a movie, right? We're still coming to the theater to see this film
And to be entertained.
and to be entertained,
Right.
right? I mentioned the Nova earlier. We got documentaries and Discovery Channel and all of that stuff if we want to go there. Wasn't expecting to see that on the big screen, kid.
Right. Act 3 is finally where this film really starts to catch a pulse. It is a slow burn up to that point. But by the time Act 3 comes around, things kind of start to pick up a little bit, and you kind of start to get a little bit invested, but not as much as you would like. And at 3 hours, I mean, that is a long time to sit, as you wait to find something to spark you, to really spark you and get you drawn into, what's happening on the screen.
Yeah, no doubt. So we can throw some points on this thing, Kev.
Let's go ahead and do it.
Let's do it. Hey, y'all, for me, I'll get straight to it. This film is a 4 out of 10 for me. Hey, I got to call it like I see it.
And that may be one of your lowest.
No, I got a couple of ones out there who shall remain nameless. But, I give this film a 4 out of 10. I mean, yes, like I said, it is smart and there is talent on the screen, but for the length and what we got, and it just did not work at all.
Right.
And for that, again, I say it's a 4 out of 10, and this film is it's bad, and not Michael Jackson bad, but just bad.
All right. Many will rate this film exceptionally high. You'll see a lot of critics giving it 10s, all kinds of superlatives, but the only thing is that a lot of people will rate it that highly to keep themselves from feeling like the only moron in the theater who didn't like it. Okay, so but fear not, you are not alone. Anthony's right here with you. This is kind of a case of the emperor's new clothes, but let me reassure you, I can be the first to tell you that the emperor is actually butt booty naked in this thing. Okay, I can't help but to give this movie a 6.
Oh man, Kim, you know you wanted to give it a 10, man.
No.
No, I'm just messing with you.
Well, hey, with all the talent involved in this thing, it really should get a 10. It should have gotten a 10. It just fell short.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, hey y'all, there you have it. That is our show for you today. Be sure to like us on Facebook.
Or you can follow us on Twitter at The Movie Brothers.
Hey, and make sure you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. We're trying to get that 100.
Hit that 100.
Yes, that 100.
Check us out. Share us. Tell a friend. Okay?
Please do. But thank you for tuning in. That's our show. We are the Movie Brothers. I'm Ant. This is Kev, and this is the place, the one and only place where we bring you nothing but the real on the real. Peace.